Hey, I'm Paul Butler. I'm one of the client partners at New Leaf Training and Development, and I'm so delighted to be joined today by my friend and co-worker, Janie Honeycutt. Janie, this program, Emotional Intelligence for Managers, what's that all about?
Yeah, no, I thank you so much for this opportunity to talk about this program. This program is really about the opportunity for people to understand, in particular leaders. It's such a critical component to understand and have a really firm grasp on their own intelligence so
Mm.
that they can be more effective in their leadership of others. There are so many different components that go into being a leader. And I think the idea of emotional intelligence really comes down to the ability to have some good self-awareness as a leader, understand about ourselves and, what our personality traits are and how we show up in business. But importantly, is how we're able to use that information, really doing some honest assessment and use that information with our interpersonal relationships, whether that's the teams that we lead or the people that are in our lives. I think the benefit that the participants will receive in knowing and really having a firm grasp of this is that they will be able to really be clear on how to use communication more effectively, how to be able to drive the best out of people in their work and in their lives. I think, the opportunity to have, well structured and well run teams is by providing the opportunity and being a good influence to others and practicing some of these things that they will learn in this session so that they can model some of these behaviors for others.
Thanks, Janie. I know that as part of this assignment, the participants are going to be invited to complete something called the MBTI or the Myers-Briggs type indicator. So obviously, as participants, they should be looking out for that link. Janie, obviously, I know you well, but for someone that doesn't know you well, what's your credibility to facilitate on this subject?
Yeah, I have been in leadership development for over 20 years, most of my adult life, and the number of courses that I have facilitated is over 200 plus, and specifically courses just like this. So really around helping leaders to continue to evolve, refine their skills. This particular program really has stood the test of time, Paul, and I think, as we think about some core fundamental skills, having emotional intelligence and really, again, doing some of this work to understand ourselves better will only help continue to evolve and grow in their own professional careers.
Brilliant. Janie, if I may, last question. Whenever I'm in professional development sessions, I always like to connect with the facilitator. So could you tell us a little bit more about who Janie is?
Yeah, absolutely. Outside of my work life, I am a very proud mother of two grown adult children, also a very proud wife. My husband and I just celebrated, our anniversary. We've been married since 1994. We started very young in our journeys. We essentially grew up together. We started in high school. But our kids, as they have grown and evolved into their own adult lives, they reside on the East Coast. My husband and I are on the West Coast, so we, certainly enjoy having opportunities to see them on both coasts as much as we can. When I'm not traveling for whether work or pleasure, I also have been doing competitive ballroom Latin dancing for over 5 years. It has really kind of turned into my emotional and physical, outlet to kind of unplug from work, and I just get immense joy in doing that and competing. Not something I ever thought I would be doing, but I enjoy it. Additionally, I run a women's ministry Bible study program for my local church. That's also a very big part of my life outside of work. So it's a pleasure. I really am looking forward to the opportunity to share a little bit even more about this course as well as myself, and look forward to seeing you all soon.
Janie, thanks ever so much for taking a couple of minutes with us. I'm sure this is going to be an excellent session for people.